And the order of Ka, greater is Ka, stronger is acid. So the Ka order is somewhat important. The Ka order means HF is less than HCl, is less than HBr, is less than HI. Notice this is the strongest acid. Do you know that HF is used for etching on glass? Sir, do you know what do you mean by etching?
Writing on
If you
glass.
want to write your name on a glass bottle, you can use HF. Notice that HF can react with the sand to give you H2SiF6 and of course 2H2. How many HF are required, sir? Flow silicic acid. Because of this reaction only, glass dissolves in HF. But it is a weak acid. Now today I'm interested to tell you how the chlorine can be produced. In the laboratory, if you have any chloride salt, you add MnO2 and sulfuric acid. Urgently you will get a chlorine. Can you balance this equation, sir? Hello, sir. Can you balance this equation, please? Anyway, you don't do, I will do myself.
2NaCl.
Yes, sir. Is it really balanced?
No, sir.
Can you correct the mistake? Is it balanced?
Yes, sir.
Sir, this is a laboratory test. Any chloride salt reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid and black MnO2 will give you chlorine, but a very costly method. Sir, you can buy the potassium permanganate in any medical shop and you can add it to toilet cleaning acid. Urgently, you will be getting chlorine along with KCl and MnCl2 less water. Can you try to balance this equation, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Or 2 KMnO4, sweet 16 HCl gives 5Cl2 Balancer, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Never mind
Yes,
for all
sir.
this. Sir, there are laboratory methods, but I tell you, these are all stupid ideas. They are costly. If you want to look at the cheap method, sir, there are so many cells, Downs cell. It is used to produce sodium and chlorine by electrolyzing fused NaCl. There is Kastner Kellner cell. In this aqueous NaCl is electrolyzed. That is, brain water is called aqueous NaCl. You will be getting NaOH and chlorine and hydrogen. You can have Nelson cell where you take aqueous NaCl, same products. But the design of Kastner-Kellner cell is different from design of Nelson cell. There are so many cells where you will be getting chlorine along with other fellows. Notice, down cell is very expensive because you have to fuse NaCl. That's a big problem. Anyway, you get chlorine as one of the products. In the extraction of magnesium from MgCl2, in many other cases, chlorine is a byproduct. We will be quickly looking at Nelson cell. It is a U-shaped steel container. Can you think of containers like this? It is a U-shaped steel container. Is it very clearly visible to you, sir?
Yes, sir.
But it has 5 holes. This is fitted in a container. This container is having an opening here. This container is also having a opening here. It has an opening here. Ladies and gentlemen, this container is made with steel. In the container, you are putting one carbon rod and you have an outlet if any gas is coming. In the U-shaped steel container, which has fine holes. These are very fine holes. If you are putting brain water inside, because these holes are closed with the asbestos, water will not fall. But asbestos also has fine holes. Asbestos. It is steel container, perforated steel container. Inside that you have brain water. You know what is brain water? Sir, salt water. And now this is a graphite rod. And this is an inlet. Through this inlet, if you want, you can focus steam. This is the outlet. This is another outlet. Here we have a container. Sir, this is the setup. And this is closed otherwise. It is closed in a heat energy will not be wasted out. Yes. This is your Nelson cell. Notice that when you have taken here salt water and when you give power supply, the container acts as cathode, steel rod acts as anode. This container, which has fine holes, acts as cathode. Cathode means negative terminal. The carbon rod, graphite rod acts as anode, positive terminal. Inside there is salt water. When you pass current, the salt in aqueous solution will break down to give Na plus aqueous and Cl minus aqueous. Now the Cl minus will go to anode. Why it should go to anode? Anions which have negative charge will go to positive terminal. There two chloride ions will lose 2 electrons. You get green color chlorine gas. So you are getting green color chlorine gas from this opening. This is the opening I kept earlier. Can you see? Or the diagram is confusing. Is it confusing, sir?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Then what we do is, we make it clear. Sir, can you see there is an opening here? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Through this opening, the chlorine gas is coming. Please notice here you kept a graphite rod. I made it thin. Notice that the steel container itself is acting as cathode. The graphite rod is acting as anode. So at nearby anode, you are getting chlorine gas from this. Now, this asbestos is inside and the steel container is having holes. What happens is when you are passing current, the Na plus ions penetrate the asbestos and go to cathode. The Na plus ions want to take electrons, but they cannot take. Why they cannot take, sir? Hello? Because from the side you are focusing steam. When there is water, there is a competition between water and Na plus ions to take electrons. In the competition, sodium being first group metal, it has no capability to take electrons. Sodium has a negative electrode potential. That fellow which has a largely negative potential cannot take electrons. Whereas water readily takes electrons to become a hydrogen gas and OH minus ions. Therefore, from this portion here, the water is undergoing electrolysis to give hydrogen gas, which is going on. So from the central U-tube container, you are getting chlorine. From this outlet outside, you are getting hydrogen. Now, this Na plus wanted to take electron. It could not take electron because water has taken electrons. Therefore, Na plus will combine with the OH minus ions to give you NaOH. Can you see that? Therefore, this NaOH is collected in the trough here. So, this cell is called a Nelson's cell. The purpose of Nelson's cell may be used to prepare NaOH or may be interested to get hydrogen, but chlorine is one of the important products. So what are the products in Nelson's cell? Chlorine, hydrogen gas, and NaOH. What is the raw material? Salt water, otherwise called as brine solution. What is the cathode? A steel container that has perforations. What is anode? Anode is a graphite rod. This is Nelson's cell. More or less, brine solution is electrolyzed in other cells also. But we don't discuss them in detail. Are we clear how to prepare chlorine, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, this chlorine is a green color gas. It is much heavier than air. Its molecular weight is 71. Green color gas. You can liquefy it easily. It is somewhat soluble in water. Not much. Notice that this fluorine can dissolve in water if you put not fluorine, chlorine. We are preparing chlorine. This chlorine dissolves in water. Notice you will get HCl and HOCl. The hypochlorous acid is a crazy thing. This urgently can dissociate into HCl and nascent fresh oxygen. Due to this fact, the nascent oxygen can remove color of colored objects. Question: why the colored flowers are decolored by chlorine? Why chlorine can act as a bleach? Answer: when chlorine reacts with moisture, I get HCl and hypochlorous acid. Hypochlorous acid being unstable dissociated to nascent fresh oxygen. The nascent oxygen can decolorize the colored matter by oxidation. So if you want to use chlorine as a bleach, water is a must. If you don't have water, directly take chlorine gas, it cannot be good bleach. Are we very clean on this idea, sir? So green colored, it is irritating gas. If you inhale chlorine, you get blood from your nose. So don't try to prepare chlorine at your home. You can prepare chlorine at your home, but don't try to do that. The chlorine is somewhat soluble in water, gives HCl and HOCl. And in HCl, Cl is -1. In HOCl, Cl is +1. Therefore, chlorine is undergoing loss of electron and also gain of electron. This is disproportionation. Now you will be wondering, sir, the chlorine molecule, overall 1 electron. 1 chlorine is losing, 1 chlorine is gaining. So total number of electrons involved in the change is only 1. One fellow is losing the electron, one fellow is gaining. Therefore, if you want to know what is the equivalent weight of chlorine when it reacts with water, you know, the molecular weight divided by number of electrons involved in transfer in reaction. Notice molecular weight of chlorine is 71. Number of electrons involved is only 1. So its equivalent weight is how much, sir? Same as molecular weight. So that is a strange question. Sir, this chlorine can react with hydrogen if there is light. This experiment I have shown once in Chennai. Here I have taken a container. In this there is a green color chlorine gas. And also I have bubbled hydrogen gas. In the room, there is no reaction between a hydrogen and chlorine, which I kept in a container. Here there is water. The hydrogen and chlorine mixture is not much soluble in water, and the water is by and large there in the trough, no specific change. Now, if I burning the magnesium wire here, or if I bring a powerful torchlight, if I focus the light, immediately hydrogen and chlorine will react with violence. You get HCl gas. The moment HCl gas comes, it is highly soluble in water. Therefore, water will gush in. And also, if I add a little bit methyl orange here, methyl orange, if it is added a little bit, when water goes in, it gets bright red color. So you can see the moment you put a torchlight, following changes. Originally, it looks like this. The hydrogen and chlorine are there. It appears almost colorless, very light green color, you can't notice. And if I just focus torchlight, what happens? You get a sound and water will go in, and so far it is in different color, but when it comes, it gets what color, sir? Red color. So that is a demo indicating that hydrogen and chlorine would react in presence of light, but they can't react in the absence of light. Notice, hydrogen and fluorine can react even in darkness with explosive violence, but hydrogen and chlorine react only if there is light. And hydrogen and bromine will react only if you strongly heat. The hydrogen and iodine reaction happens only on heating, but that is reversible. So the reactivity of halogens with hydrogen decreases down a group, that's for sure. Now, when chlorine is added to NaOH, under cold condition, under cold diluted condition, NaOH will react to give NaCl and NaOCl and water. In this reaction, you get NaCl, sodium chloride, where Cl is -1. Sodium hypochlorite, nowadays its aqueous solution is widely used to kill coronavirus. In this, chlorine is +1. So the reaction of chlorine with NaOH is also disproportionation. You will be getting NaCl as a reduction product, NaOCl as an oxidation product. Again, in this reaction, for 1 molecular weight of chlorine, only 1 electron somebody is losing, 1 electron somebody is gaining. Equivalent weight is same as molecular. But the story is different. If your NaOH is hot and concentrated, 3 moles of chlorine react with half a dozen moles of NaOH to give 5 moles of NaCl and 1 mole of sodium chlorate plus water. Ladies and gentlemen, here Cl is -1, here +5. So, sir, 1 chlorine lost 5 electrons, total 6 chlorines. 1 chlorine lost 5 electrons, 5 chlorines gained 1 electron each. So how many electrons are transferred means total 5. 5 electrons are transferred from 1 chlorine to 5 other chlorines. 6 chlorine atoms were involved. So what is the equivalent weight, sir? Equivalent weight, this is IIT advanced question. What is the equivalent weight of chlorine when it reacts with hot concentrated NaOH? When chlorine reacts with hot concentrated NaOH, 3 moles, that is 3 into 71 grams of chlorine would react, where 5 moles of electrons are involved. So its equivalent weight is 230. Sorry, I made a bit incorrect multiplication. Okay, same, but I will write it separately. 3 Cl2 or 6 Cl, that is 3 into 71 or 6 into 35.5. Either the case it is same. Number of electrons involved is 5. .6 is equivalent weight of chlorine when it is reacting with hot and concentrated NaOH. It is IIT advanced question, mind you. So come whatever may, chlorine can react with hot and cold NaOH differently. In both the cases, it undergo disproportionation. Chlorine is combining with hydrogen to give HCl. HCl is an industrial chemical. HCl is mainly used as an acid in the laboratories. Okay, sir. Are you together with this idea? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now let us very quickly scan this because we have really less time. Quickly, we have to complete this topic today. So I'm sorry, we have to go a bit fast today because I wanted to close this topic this week and we have a lot of work to do. Really a lot of work to do. So you need to work a bit harder in this chapter. So, which is a better oxidizing agent, fluorine or chlorine? Fluorine. Why fluorine is a good oxidizing agent than chlorine? The electron gain enthalpy of chlorine is more, but fluorine is better oxidizing agent. Why? Because the sum of all the factors like dissociation energy, electron gain enthalpy, and hydration energy, put together all these three reflect in electrode potential. The electrode potential of fluorine is largely positive. That makes fluorine a powerful oxidizing agent. We have seen all that. Reaction with water and fluorine is spontaneous. Chlorine and water is spontaneous. Reaction with iodine and water is non-spontaneous. Delta G Gibbs free energy is positive. We have seen that. Now, today we are looking at how to prepare the chlorine. Chlorine can be prepared in the laboratory by the reaction of manganese dioxide and HCl, by the reaction of NaCl and MnO2 or KMnO4 and HCl, or you can make the chlorine in Deccan process by decomposing HCl with by oxidation of HCl with copper chloride.
Sir, you're not
Electrolytic method is the best. I described the electrolytic process in detail, though not given in the book. Sir, what is your doubt?
You're not sharing screens.
I'm not sharing. I have already started sharing. Sir, look here. How to make chlorine? First method we have discussed. Second method we have seen. Third method we have seen. When HCl is oxidized with cupric chloride, this is called Deccan's process. At 723 K, happily you can get chlorine. But the best method is electrolytic method. I gave the names of the cells which are used. Down cell purpose is to make sodium metal and chlorine. Kastner, Kellner cell, Nelson cell are used to make chlorine from salt water. Now, properties we have compared. Notice that chlorine is an electronegative element. It can react with metals to give metal chlorides. It can react with non-metals like hydrogen, H2S and camphor. Notice, H2 reacts with chlorine to give HCl. Hydrogen sulfide reacts with chlorine to give HCl and sulfur. Compare this with the reaction of fluorine. Sir, same H2S, hydrogen sulfide that has got an XML, reacts with fluorine to give HF plus SCF6. Notice, sulfur from -2 state became +6. It means fluorine is a very powerful oxidizing agent. When it is reacting with chlorine, sulfur from -2 became only 0. It means chlorine is just taking 2 electrons, whereas the fluorine is taking how many electrons, sir? 8. -2 became +6. It means that fluorine is a very powerful oxidizing agent when compared with chlorine. This is C10H16. This is a hydrocarbon corresponding to what formula, sir? How many rings you can expect in this? Hello, sir. Hello. So anyway, I am getting tensed up. Anyway, this compound.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, good morning. Who is this, sir? నా ఎగ్గి దొరికింది సార్ మాట్లాడాను నేను మాట్లాడాను మాస్టర్ గారు నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్న ఒక్క గంటకి కాల్ చేయను ఓకే సార్ రైట్ సార్ ఎస్ సార్ సో ద C10H16 will become carbon. It means the electrons are taken away from carbon by chlorine. Chlorine is a good oxidizing agent. It can take away hydrogen from hydrocarbons. It can convert H2S into sulfur. It can convert hydrogen into HCl. It is an oxidizing agent, but not as good oxidizing agent as fluorine. That's the point. The most important, very frequently asked question in the exams is how the chlorine reacts with ammonia. If ammonia is excess, you get N2 gas and ammonium chloride. If chlorine is excess, you get explosive NCl3. You get explosive NCl3 and HCl. You should clearly remember ammonia excess 83 reaction and chlorine excess 13 reaction. 83 means 8 moles of ammonia, 3 moles of chlorine. Chlorine is excess means 1 ammonia, 3 chlorine. Notice if ammonia is excess, you get N2 ammonium chloride. If chlorine is excess, you get NCl3, which is an explosive, and HCl. With chlorine, it reacts differently under cold and hot conditions. This is a disproportionation. Very, very important reaction, that is bleaching powder preparation reaction. The CaOCl2, the formula has been given wrongly in this book, unfortunately. They said this has bleaching powder, but unfortunately, bleaching powder is CaOCl and Cl. In fact, you should write it as CaOCl2. Not CaOCl taken twice. No. If you take CaOCl taken twice, it will become calcium hypochlorite. If you take CaCl2, it is calcium chloride. But if it is having one OCl and one Cl, calcium chlorohypochlorite, that is called bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is formed by the reaction of silicate lime, calcium hydroxide with chlorine. The method of preparation of bleaching powder is called Beckmann tower. Beckmann tower is used. Beckmann tower. But I am not taking you to details because not given in the book. Beckmann tower is used to make bleaching powder. In bleaching powder, one point is very clear. One Cl is in -1 state. One Cl is in +1 state. Bleaching powder is calcium chlorohypochlorite, CaOCl, It is wrongly presented in this book. Okay, sir? So, what is bleaching powder? Calcium chlorohypochlorite. Okay, sir. Let us look at the next ideas. The composition of bleaching powder is CaOCl2.CaCl2.calcium hydroxide.2H2O. He has given average. Okay. And according to this book, they are saying bleaching powder is a mixture of calcium chloride, calcium hypochlorite, and calcium hydroxide. The average composition is fine. So in the exam, if they ask, you can put this as your answer because the IIT paper is set according to NCERT. You can't change it, whether it is correct or wrong. Anyway, the chlorine can react with methane, ethane, hydrocarbons to bring about chlorination. Chlorine water is that which is made by putting chlorine in water. If you freshly dissolve chlorine in water, it appears green in color, but slowly it becomes yellow color because slowly chlorine reacts with water to give HCl and HOCl. We already said HOCl will decompose to give HCl and oxygen. That oxygen will remove the color of the colored matter. So bleaching action of chlorine is possible only when there is water. Here there are some reactions of chlorine where it is acting as oxidizing agent. Ferrous sulfate where iron is +2 will become ferric sulfate where iron is +3. Iron +2 will lose 1 electron to chlorine to become ferric. Na2SO4 sodium sulfide where sulfur is +4 will lose 2 electrons to chlorine to give sodium sulfate. Sulfur dioxide where sulfur is +4 will lose 2 electrons to chlorine in water to give sulfuric acid. Iodine, which is 0, will lose 5 electrons to 5 chlorine atoms to give iodic acid. So the chlorine is always trying to take away electrons, maybe from metal ions like ferrous ions, maybe from non-metal ions like sulfide, sulfur dioxide, iodine. In all these cases, chlorine ability to take electrons is demonstrated. I already said it is a good bleaching agent. It can remove the colors. Then hydrogen chloride is a very, very important gas. Notice that hydrogen chloride is an acid only when gaseous HCl is dissolved in water. First HCl was prepared by a scientist called Glauber. And Sir Humphrey Davy proved for the first time. In good olden days, they were thinking every acid will have oxygen. Sir Humphrey Davy demonstrated that hydrochloric acid is an acid that does not have oxygen. Notice that you can happily prepare HCl by taking common salt and adding sulfuric acid. The HCl gas is really used by Tata company. You know why?
Why, sir?
If they want to make table salt, Tata salt is sold. The salt they are making in a crazy way and a cheaper way, rapid way. The salt which we are buying as a table salt is really harmful to our health. The salt which we are eating is causing higher blood pressures. In good olden days, now I am wasting time. But sorry, it is important. I have to talk. Please, please. 2 minutes I will talk. Though it is not there in the exam, but I have to tell you, in good olden days, they used to put the sea water in a field, allow the sea water to evaporate and you get crystals. That is called as salt. And they were just selling the salt crystals. The sea water contains many other things like calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, magnesium phosphate, calcium phosphate. So many things it contains, and all